Hi, my name is Ashley, and this is the first time I've made a YouTube video. I didn't think I would be doing that, but I think I have a little story to tell, and I'm guessing that there are other people that have stories that are similar to tell, and I think those stories need to be told. So I'll start with mine. Uh, the day before the election last year, I called my grandma, who uh, lives in Indiana, and I talked to her about politics, which is something that we don't talk about very much. And I kind of just begged her not to vote for Donald Trump. And we have a funny rapport. We like to make jokes, and she made a joke to me, and she said, you silly liberals, or something like that. I'm going to vote for Trump. And I was heartbroken because I was worried, because I was scared of the bad things that might happen if someone that I perceived as being very flawed, I suppose, which we all are, but in some important ways, would be the president. And so after Trump won the election, I sent my grandma a membership to the ACLU, and she got really upset. And my mom told me that she was upset, and I didn't understand why. And then some things changed, and some time passed, and I kind of started to change the way that I started to see people who were not like me. And in that way, I mean not what I considered myself to be, which was, I suppose, liberal. I don't know really what that means even anymore. But anyhow, that happened, and so I talked to my mom about it, but I ignored my grandma. I didn't talk to her for, I'm going to say, about almost a month or so, and I got to a point where I knew I needed to talk to her. Finally, I called her just yesterday, and I told her, Grandma, I said, I know you might not be ready to talk about this, but I think I need to talk to you about this because I love you, and I don't want to let politics come in between the love that we've spent all of my life working towards. And so I explained to her that I was sorry, that I had been in a very hurt and scared and worried place, and that's why I did something that would offend her. And she said, honey, you know I love you. It doesn't matter. And she basically told me a story about why it had hurt her that I had done that. She didn't really care about the politics so much. She just remembered that once when she was a young girl, she had voted a certain way that had made her father say that if she wasn't about to get married, he was going to kick her out of the house. And that was a really strong memory for her about when politics had come in between family. And so when she told me that, I don't know. I was touched, and I was hurt that I had hurt her, and I felt a lot of different things. And so I guess the long story short, what I've started thinking is that we are not going to change who the president is now, right? So a lot of people have tried different things, and I've seen the different approaches that have been taken, and I've watched people who are saying, he's not my president, or I still want Bernie, or all these different kind of things that are happening. Am I still scared? Yes. Am I still worried? Yes. But I don't think we're going to change it. And so if we just throw all this hate out, if all we just keep doing is throwing hate out into the world, like, what's going to happen? So what I just want to do is encourage people just to make a conversation, and I don't want it to be a hateful conversation, because there's enough hate in the world as there is. So, I did some research on the internet last night, and what I did is I found that even though thanks NBC, has already taken the hashtag Dear Mr. President, which makes it seem like you're writing a letter, I'm taking a hashtag of my own, and it's going to be, Hi, Mr. President. Because I think that is a little less formal, and I think that it opens conversation more. And here's what I want. This is the hashtag that I just wrote. I don't know if that's going to come out on YouTube. If it doesn't, just figure it out. It says, "Hi, Mr. President," with hashtag, okay? So all I'm asking is for people, if you use this hashtag, just do me a favor and just, you can tell your worries, you can tell your fears, you can tell your story about why you're worried and scared, okay? But please don't say any hate, because there's enough of that shit around and we don't need any more. And that's why I can't fucking stop crying. And I think that that's all I need to say. Please, share this. And the reason why I can be open is because I have a great group of friends, a community that I've felt recently, or been part of recently, and so I think we're going to do really cool stuff soon too, so that's all I have to say, and I hope you guys, somebody out there, can contribute to a conversation and maybe get some attention, and maybe Mr. President himself will answer some of these things in a constructive and loving and not hateful way. And I really hope, I just know we're all people. I know we're all people. And I know that because we're all people, that's something that brings us together, not divides us. And despite the tears that come out when I talk about things like this that are kind of emotional, I'm really, really hopeful. I'm really hopeful. Because I think when we start remembering that we are people, and that even people who are angry at, we can talk to, if we show some love for them, then I hope that good things can happen. So I hope you can find a place of love in your heart and say something positive. Thank you.